Soldier homecomings are often portrayed as moments of pure joy. But the reality is, there's a lot more to the story. Months, even years, spent apart can create invisible scars. Reintegration, readjustment, and unspoken emotions can cloud the reunion. This video captures the raw, unfiltered emotions of soldiers reuniting with their loved ones. We'll witness tearful embraces, hysterical laughter, and the overwhelming relief of finally being safe. But before that, subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon to get an update on every new video. Number 24. After 3 long years apart, a son orchestrated a heartwarming homecoming. As he appeared, his mother's world stopped. Overcome with joy, she leaped into his arms, showering him with kisses as if he were still her little boy. The family watched, teary-eyed, as mother and son hugged each other.
It's the guts and it's the glory. 100 stripes, 100.
Number 23. After months of separation, an airman planned a heartfelt surprise for his sister. He quietly entered the grocery store where she worked, his heart pounding with anticipation. As she turned, their eyes met. Overwhelmed with emotion, she stood motionless, her hand covering her mouth to stifle a gasp. Tears welled up in her eyes as realization dawned. She threw her arms around him in a rush of love and relief, holding on tightly, as if afraid he might disappear again. Number 22. After a year away, a U.S. airman sneaks into his son's classroom after retention. His son was listening to his teacher, concentrating, with no clue what was coming. Dad sits down quietly next to him. Those father-son eyes are so alike. Suddenly, the boy glances over, and bam! He spots his hero. Tears start flowing as he leaps into his dad's arms, holding on tight. It's like time stops for their big hug. The whole class gets misty-eyed watching this surprise reunion. Number 20. A bunch of kids in rugby uniform, waving American flags, sprinting across a packed field. The crowd's going wild. But wait, there's more. An American soldier stands quietly by the camera crew. Suddenly his son crosses the finish line and spots him. Time freezes. The boy runs straight into his dad's arms, hugging him like there's no tomorrow. Talk about a surprise homecoming. Wait for the next.
Yesterday, I know my kingdom awaits, and they've forgiven my mistakes.
Number 19. A soldier surprised his nurse dad in a hospital after living 9 months apart. His father burst into tears after looking at him and said, "My son is home." How sentimental is this when they meet, and the whole hospital applauds?
Oh, man! Ow! Oh!
Number 18. Kaylee's 17th birthday took an unexpected turn at the football field when the announcer called her for a FaceTime with her mom, an Army Reserve sergeant. Suddenly the call cut off, and an announcement was made. They revealed her mom was there. Kaylee's jaw dropped, hands flying to her mouth. She sprints across the field, tears already flowing. Mother and daughter collide in a tight embrace, sobbing with joy. Number 17. Now, this one is truly amazing. It's 2 a.m., and there's a knock at the door. Mom and Dad, groggy from sleep, have no clue what's coming. When they open up, there is a surprise waiting for them. Their soldier son, who has been away for 28 long months, is standing there. Mom's jaw drops, and then she's all tears and hugs. Dad joins in, making it a group bear hug. The emotions hit Mom so hard that she plops, overwhelmed with joy. Number 16. Now check this out. Major Robert pulls off the ultimate surprise in Kansas City after living 1 year apart from his family. His son's clueless at a game, throwing the ball toward him. Suddenly, he takes off his helmet. It's Dad! The boy freezes and runs to his father, wrapping him in the tightest hug ever. Number 15. Here's another heartwarming moment for you. This autistic boy is walking to his mom, not knowing what's coming. Suddenly, he hears, "What's up, buddy?" It's Dad. The kid's face lights up, saying, "Hey, Dad." Then comes the weepy part when he tells his dad how much he misses him and plants a sweet kiss. Are you guys emotional now? If not, let's watch the next clip. Number 14. Meeting with family is always emotional, and this was no different. When the father reunited with his family after a long time, he hugged and kissed his daughters. His youngest son burst into tears upon embracing his father because he met him after a long time. Number 13. Tears of joy redefined when this disabled boy met his mother. He had been away from her for a long time. His father suggested, "Let's take a picture for your mother to make her happy." The boy didn't know his mother was right behind him. When his father showed him the picture, the boy instantly turned around, saw his mother, hugged her tightly, and began to cry. The next clip will make you more emotional than any. Number 12. This teacher has been deployed to Afghanistan for 2 years. You can see his bond with his students when he comes to class. They all jump over him and hug him tightly. Number 11. Logan had been away from his family for a long time, but his bond with his sister was on the next level. When he came to school, his sister had no idea his brother was home. He teased him like a normal brother, but when his sister turned around, she was surprised and stretched, crying. She jumped over him and hugged him tightly. Number 10. At the soccer field, a dad surprised his son while he was playing with his friends. The coach called out, "Look who's here!" All the boys turned around. The boy saw his dad standing there, recognized him, and dashed towards him, tears of joy flowing as he hugged his father warmly.
My mom's in there.
Brayden, who's here? Go say hi to your dad, Brayden.
Number 9. During a routine grocery run, a mother and daughter browsed the aisles, unaware of the surprise awaiting them. Suddenly, the daughter heard a familiar voice call her name. She turned, her eyes widening in disbelief. There stood her brother, home unexpectedly. Overwhelmed with joy, she dropped her shopping basket and rushed to embrace him, tears welling up. Number 8. What started as a photo in a restaurant turned into a surprise for a family. Suddenly, the cow dummy standing beside them for a photo removed its head and surprised the pregnant wife and the whole family.
Oh.
Number 7. Brande Moron hadn't seen his mother for 1 year. To surprise her for Thanksgiving dinner, he went to her workplace. When he entered the room holding a bouquet for her, she started jumping and crying side by side. More, "My son, you are home." If you are crying while watching this, grab some more tissues because the next video will be more emotional. Number 6. A soldier's pregnant wife arrived at the hospital, expecting to face childbirth alone. Little did she know, her husband had secretly returned from duty. Hiding behind the door with a gift, he waited anxiously. As she entered, he revealed himself. Overcome with emotion, she rushed into his arms, tears of joy streaming down her face. Number 5. At her routine checkup, the pregnant woman's heart skipped a beat. There stood her soldier boyfriend, home at last. Tears welled as she rushed into his arms, her voice cracking joyfully. "Is it really you?" she whispered, clinging tightly. Number 4. Long-distance love tests hearts, but reunions ignite pure magic. As she spotted her military boyfriend, time seemed to freeze. "Oh my God!" she gasped, trembling with disbelief and joy. She flung herself into his arms, holding on like he might vanish. Their embrace spoke volumes, erasing months of longing in an instant. It was a spectacular sight how she tried to wipe her tears. Number 3. The bond between father and son is truly special, often underappreciated until tested by distance. A military dad waited anxiously in a school locker room, his heart racing. As rugby-clad boys filtered in, his son entered, oblivious to the surprise awaiting him. Suddenly, their eyes met. Time stood still as recognition dawned on the boy's face. Overwhelmed with emotion, he rushed into his father's arms, tears streaming down his cheeks. Their embrace spoke volumes of missed moments.
Somebody to hold. It's easy to say, it's never say. I guess
Number 2. A loving family orchestrated a heartwarming surprise, visiting their dad at work. Little did he know, the biggest shock was yet to come. As he chatted with his family, a gentle tap on his shoulder made him turn. There stood his son, proudly wearing his military uniform. Overwhelmed with emotion, the father's eyes welled up with tears. He scooped his son into a tight embrace, lifting him off the ground without a second thought. Number 1. After 10 long months away, a soldier yearned to surprise her sister. With a heart full of anticipation, she searched the school halls. A kind stranger pointed her towards the basketball court. There, amidst the echoing sounds of bouncing balls, she spotted her sister. With a trembling voice, she called out. Her sister turned, eyes widening in disbelief. She sprinted across the court in a heartbeat, flinging herself into her soldier sister's arms. They clung to each other, teetering on the edge of falling.
oh my God!
So, tell us in the comment box which moment was the most emotional. Have you faced or witnessed any? Remember to like, share, and subscribe to our channel.